Hey friends, welcome to or welcome back to Noras Cove. If you're new here, I am Yoshida, and here at the Cove, we like to budget and plan in confidence using a planner. But today we're going to be doing our paycheck budget or weekly budget for me. And we're going to go over last week. So this was last week. Make sure you can see. So remember last week, I wasn't sure the rollover because the way everything was going on with my account. Well, that, you know what, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, from the week before, because we paid the TN ticket, so they, took it out and then put it back. I can't describe it. They took it off the pending list, and then it just came out. So, I don't know. We wasn't sure of exactly how much we had left, but we put down $178. And then for hair, we estimated $1,200. We ended up making $1,598 in hair. Nails, we estimated $160. We ended up making $105. And then this is the miscellaneous here is birthday money, everything, so that's $390. And I actually had more birthday money, but that was included into my hair because some of my hair clients just put it all together and I just didn't separate it. So we ended up getting a pretty good amount of birthday money, y'all, like over $500. So that was cool. And drum roll. So I had been saving this picture. I had sent a picture to my kids of tell your dad. I didn't tell them, but I was just like, it's pretty much for y'all to tell your dad, I want this purse. And I think we talked about that Coach purse. Well, I ended up getting it, and I actually got two. So on my birthday, I was like, okay, I got birthday money. I'm going to go get my favorite perfume. And then I said, hey, I'm here at the outlets. Let me go look at this purse. And I was like, I don't want to spend all my birthday money on this purse. So I ended up getting another Coach purse. And I'll try to remember to put the pictures in. So I'll insert the picture of the one I purchased. I was pleased with it. I was like, okay, I like this. This is cool. I said, I'll save and get the next purse. Well, lo and behold, that evening, my daughter came home with balloons. She had my purse, gift wrap, came with a wallet, the purse, and she put money in my wallet, you guys. So I was super excited. So I got the purse that I wanted. So I ended up with 2 Coach bags for my birthday. But I took my birthday money. I didn't dip into any bill money. So a win is a win. All right, so let's get on. Bills due. We had T-Mobile. I had put 102. They came in at 101.73. So I went ahead and just put 102. Epidemic, 1907. Zoom hasn't come out yet. I don't know. So certain things like the date is the 23rd, but it takes them 2 days to get the money. So they should be coming out this week. And then Netflix came out at $26.49. They're probably the only ones that's on time. And then Ally, that's why you're gonna see in our rollover. I paid Ally, but of course, it's pending and it's going to take a couple of days. So that should be coming out this week, but this is included into our rollover, but we paid them. And then Sweet Rent came in at $300. I had written down Afterpay. I just didn't know how much, but it ended up coming out today, which is Monday, and it was only $10.39. So I've already put that on the next week. I scratched it out when I realized I didn't have a payment due. And then I went ahead because I needed gas, so I decided to put it on my credit card and just pay the balance up a little bit. So I put $35 to my credit card, and I gave my offering of $10. And this is our sticky note from last week of everything, but this off by $1 compared to here, but everything is pretty much accurate. So we ended up spending $492.56 in bills, and then in envelopes, food and grocery, we spent $240.35. One of those I used for my birthday. I treated myself. Should have been a little more patient again. My husband was willing to take me out again on that day, but we ended up going out for my birthday on Sunday. And then miscellaneous, I guesstimated 100. We ended up spending $452. Now in this $452, you guys, is birthday money. So I tend to spend about $100 miscellaneous. Or 1 week I spent $66. So a lot of this is birthday money, from here. So I know a good $350 of this is my purse and other little things I bought myself. And then Noras Cove, we ended up spending $55.11. We needed ink, and then we had a little situation with printing, and so I went to the printers and they couldn't get it right. So I just came home, worked on it, and figured it out and got it right. So anyway, Noras Cove got $55.11. Our total ended up being $797.75. And then in savings, I wasn't too strict with myself this week. I really wanted to reach like my $400 goal, which I really think I have reached my $400 goal, but I wanted to go ahead and just get to 5. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to stress myself. I didn't put anything to high yield savings I wanted to. But my high yield savings, I can go to the Walmart to put the money in there. But I just didn't want to go into Walmart, y'all. If you know, you know. On the first of the month, you don't want to do that. Close to the first. So, and then transferring it would take too long. So I said, I'll just do it this week, and I don't mind if it takes a minute to get there. So we'll start back with high yield savings this week. And then our total for savings this week was $33. So let's just put everything here. Total income was $22.71. Total bills was $492.56. My pen act like it want to give out. Let me get another one. And expenses, none. And then envelopes came in at $797.75. And then savings was $33. And then our rollover, let's do a little math. I believe it's like $947, but let's do some math. I wished. So our total rollover says $947.69. When I first looked at my account, we had $931. So I'm going to put $931. And then, like I said, yesterday at the close of the day, I had $931. And then after pay, I saw that just after I just came back from my walk. I did walk. So for those who watch my Plan With Me videos, I did go for a walk today. So when I came back and looked, it was $10.39. So the difference is like about $10, like maybe $15. But we can kind of put that on what was ever going on here on the rollover. All right, so this week we're going to have to switch Zoom over. We know Zoom is coming. We just don't know what date. And I have Zoom down at 20. And also Allie removed it over. It's going to be $7.50, and it should be coming out. And that's all for that. And that's going to be the 27th. And then here's the thing. We have, on the 27th, we have Barclays. But Barclays is supposed to be in debt. It's okay. We can put it here on bills. Yeah, Barclays. I'll just remember in closeout to put it somewhere else. So that's $150. And then the 28th, we have State Farm. And let me look to see what State Farm is. I believe it is, it's real cheap this month. Let's see, State Farm. I paid one of $482. It's like I'm gonna put $450 for them this week, and we'll put the actual. And then on the 2nd, we have, it's something else will be coming out. Oh, I paid Shopify last week. Okay, we have Amazon. And then on the 3rd, we have Acuity. Amazon is $15.89. Acuity, I believe, is $21. So let's get to math in here. And then also for hair, this week, I'm off Friday and Saturday, so I'm off 2 days. I'm just going to put $1,300. Nails, I have maybe a couple of nails this week. That could always change. Let's do $150. I kind of want to change hair to $1,500, but we'll leave it there. And then NoCo, I don't know. I'm going to put $50 because I haven't been paying myself. Let's see. $24.31. Let me double check this. Our total is $24.31. And then here we have $10.39 plus 20, plus 750 plus 150, 450, 1589, 21. $1,400. $1,400. So $1,417. Any expenses this week? I may or may not have to get gas because we are going to Richmond this weekend. So my husband has a Tesla, so I don't know if we're gonna take the Tesla. He also, my husband has a lot of cars. He also has a Tahoe, and we're taking the dog, so we don't know if we want to take the Tahoe, so we can get the dogs in there, or we take my truck, but my truck takes premium gas. So hopefully we take his. So I'm gonna leave gas out. I'm just gonna write it, but I'm not gonna put anything yet. We'll see what that comes to. And let's look at our categories, which is always food and grocery, miscellaneous, and I'm gonna put family down here because I may have to put to something. I don't have any intentions of spending anything on Noras Cove. I'll put salon. I don't think I need anything, but let's see. So we're gonna do our subtraction of 2431. Subtract 1417. So that leaves us with $1,000. Food and grocery. Let's try to stick with a budget of, because I'm trying to get back to eating right. I have some things in my freezer. So let's do 150. I may change that. Subtract. So miscellaneous, I'm gonna come in at 200 because I gotta get me some shoes. And then family, I'm gonna come in at 200. I'm gonna try 150. And then salon, I'm gonna try 75. That leaves me with $439. Let's do a total. $575. This week, high yield savings account. So in my high yield savings account, I don't like odd numbers, even though it's not technically an odd number. Let's say it's $575. I want to make it an even $600, so I'm going to add $25 this week. And then for my cash savings, I want to reach, I should be at 400, so I want to get to 500 so I can deposit. So we're going to talk about that too. Let me put 100 here. So our total would be 125. So I'm going to be changing up how I do things in my budget, and I'll make a separate video on it. But just to make it really quickly, I'm going to still do my cash savings every week, but I realize my cash savings is just kind of sitting there. It's not doing anything for me. It's not really making me any money. So each week I can do my cash savings, but it'll go to, I'm going to do a cash savings, but I'm going to divide up between my cash envelopes and then my savings account. So it'll be just pretty much, we'll be back to like just high yield savings. So there won't be like no longer a cash savings kind of savings, if that makes sense. We're going to just take a portion of it. We'll be doing more than 25, and we'll hopefully, and then we'll be putting that into the high yield savings account. And the rest of it we'll be keeping for like the cash envelope. So I hope that makes sense. And then also I want to get caught up where what I was trying to do at the beginning of the year, where I was doing half of my car insurance, half of my car note, or breaking them up by the weeks. I'm going to start doing that, or at least trying to do that through cash envelopes. And I hope that makes sense. But that is it. That's all we have. So I can't be too long because I got a late start because I did go walking today. But let's fill in for last week. I'm just going to do on camera with you guys. I'm just going to do the categories real quick because I have to get ready for work. And let's see. Here we go. So third week categories. Let me pull these out. Food and grocery, we spent $240.35. In bills, we spent $492.56. And then savings, we spent $33. We didn't do any debt. Expenses, none. No code, got $55.11. Family got nothing. Salon got $49.79. And then miscellaneous got $452.50. Okay, that is it. And it looks like I got a week 5, but I know I don't. We'll still put it down because it's going into the first. And last thing I'll do on camera with you guys is, well, I might as well keep it going. So for this week, let's see what we made. And I've just been writing down hair and nails. I didn't, well, I guess birthday money could kind of be included. I'm going to put 1703. And then I'll later come back and see what the birthday money was. And I think it would have been 2,000 and some change. But we'll just leave it at 1703 right now. And I think that's it. And I'll do the budget closeout for the week off camera. But next thing up is our sticky note for the week. Can't have a week without this. So this is the week of the 27th through May 3rd. And we are set up for the week. Let me get another expense tracker because I can see where this is going. We're going to move this here. And it looks like we have enough room on the back of this one to start this week. So I'm going to start this week here. And then I'll put my categories in as I'm starting my week. And that's it, you guys. That is it for this week's paycheck budget or budget with me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. Come back for more, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.